The next chart that we're going to look at is the line chart. The line chart is very useful in showing trends over time. We'll create a line chart following our bank example, and in this case, we have our bank manager that's still worried about customer complaints with the long wait times, but we want to look now at our waiting times based on the time of day for our major customers' waiting times. With this data, we have the time of day and a sample for every 15 minutes of how long a customer is waiting. We're going to use this information then to create our line chart. To do this, I'm going to highlight cells A6 down through cell B31. And then I'm going to select the Insert tab. I could either go straight to my line chart or to my recommended charts. I'm going to go ahead and select recommended charts, and my line chart should be what comes up first. This gives me an idea of what it's going to look like too if I wanted to go through and select different charts. So it's a really great feature on Excel. Since it is giving me my line chart, I'm going to go ahead and select OK. Then I'm going to go ahead and drag this up a little bit so it's closer to my data when I go through to analyze it. When I selected my data, as you can see, I had cell B6 in my selected data, which works great because as long as I have a descriptive title above my data, then it's going to go ahead and pull in that as my title. So I already know I've got my customer waiting times in minutes. What the line chart does is it's going to show me the trend, the pattern of wait times based on the time of day. Our data starts at 9 in the morning and goes till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. With this data, I can see that in the morning, it's pretty steady. My customers are waiting about 3 minutes if I'm the bank manager. But then I have a spike. It goes up during the middle of the day, which makes sense. I would expect there to be a little bit longer wait time with people stopping in during lunch, over their lunch break. And then again at the end of the day, making drop-offs, picking up deposit information that they might need, whatever banking business that they might have to do at the end of the day. So as a bank manager, I can use this information then for staffing. I won't need quite as many people at the beginning of the day. However, my peak times, I need to staff accordingly so that I can hopefully reduce those wait times and improve my customer satisfaction with the services. Now, one thing that I would want to change with this graph, while my title is great, my axes are not well labeled. Most people could probably interpret what this graph is showing pretty quickly. However, I would want to add that information just to make sure that there's no confusion with the information that's presented. So in this case, I'm going to go to my Add Chart Elements tab. I'm still on the Design tab since I've selected my graph. And then I'm going to change my axis or add axis titles. So I'll start with a primary horizontal. And I'm just going to click in this, highlight it, and change it to time of day. So my x-axis is much clearer now. My y-axis, however, I want to make sure it's clear. So I'm going to change my primary vertical axis. And I want to change this to waiting time, and then again make sure I've got my unit, which is minutes. So I have my wait time in minutes.